Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. I want to take a moment to ask for your prayers as we begin traveling today up to Roanoke, Virginia, to pick up my son Jonathan, and from there we'll be going up to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, on our way up to Connecticut, northern Connecticut. We are going to attend the funeral of my brother-in-law, Charles Baldis' dad. And so he's flying in from Slovakia, where he and my sister Beverly have been missionaries for over 30 plus years, and his dad passed away, and he will be participating in the service for his dad. His name also is Charles Baldis, and so we'll be on the road all the way through Saturday evening on our way back here on Sunday. And I won't be back on Pastor's Chat until Monday morning. So forgive me for having to skip a few days, but I trust you'll go back and look at some maybe Pastor Chats that you missed for devotional purposes or just to encourage you. And we'll try to keep you updated on the road just through our Facebook posts. But again, we wanted you to know that we need your prayers and that we will be absent from our regular commentary on Philippians for the next several days. And we thank you again for your prayers. And so let's look at Philippians chapter 1, verses 3 through 5. The reason we're looking at these verses together, it's one continuous sentence from verse 3 all the way through verse 7. But we're just going to read through verse 5. And so he says in verse 3, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you, always in every prayer of mine, making requests for you with joy. And then verse 5, and this is what we're looking at today, for your fellowship in the gospel from the first day until now. And so Paul is thanking God for these dear believers and the joy that he's enjoyed with them. But here he's mentioning for your fellowship in the gospel. So he's making requests about their fellowship in the gospel in his prayers, and he's thanking God as he remembers their fellowship in the gospel. Now, this fellowship in the gospel has more than just simply being together, because Paul is in prison in Rome, and these folks are there at Philippi in northern Greece. Now, the Philippian believers, though, were not just spectators, they were participants in the work of the gospel, and that's very important. The word fellowship, koinonia, in the New Testament has to do with working together, fellowshipping together. Someone said it's like four fellows in the same ship. You're pretty in close fellowship, doing the same thing, going to the same place, and working for the same purposes. And so Paul is thankful for their fellowship in the gospel. Now, probably particularly, he might be thinking as he goes in Philippians chapter 4 about how they fellowshiped with him in their participation of giving. They gave of substance, they gave money, they gave encouragement through Epaphroditus, who came to visit Paul in prison from Philippi. And so they helped him in the ministry. And also when he was in other places, they sent money to encourage him and help him fulfill the goals of the ministry. They were fellowshipping with him in that sense. And God has called all of us into the fellowship of the gospel. Now, the gospel, of course, is the gospel of Jesus Christ. And if you want real joy in your life, you will be a participant in fellowshipping with others that have the same purposes and goals in their life. You want to go to a church of people where you don't just talk together, get together, enjoy a good time together, but you have the purpose of taking the gospel to the far reaches of the world. Jesus told the disciples, go into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. And we are to teach them and baptize them and to disciple them to be followers of Jesus Christ so that they can reach others. Now, that's the fellowship of the gospel, when you are working together, participating with others in evangelism, in giving, in sharing, and also in encouraging one another and helping each other grow, keeping each other accountable. There's so many things that we fellowship in. The grace of God, we fellowship in our worship as we come together on Sunday mornings. We are together, and that's what it means, participating together with other believers to fulfill what God has called us to do. And that's what Paul's so thankful for here. And we should be thankful and encourage one another in this same way. Well, God bless you. Thank you for your prayers these next few days, of course, and we will be in touch, and we'll see you on Monday morning. God bless, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.